Martina, what do you think? And don't forget to give us a score now.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, Nathan. I'm a college football nerd, so I've listened to a lot of experts this morning who think West Virginia actually has the upper hand, but I strongly disagree, and here's why. Oklahoma features one of the nation's most complete teams. They are absolutely solid on both sides of the ball, and even though Keith Ford is out for today, I believe Samaje Perine and Alex Ross will pick up the load for him. The only thing I'm interested in seeing is how the Sooners defense handles West Virginia's deep ball threat. There's no question about Clint Trickett's ability to throw deep, but there is something about this team this season and the way they present themselves. There's a lot of confidence, and I have a feeling the Sooners will handle this just like a business trip and walk away from Morgantown with the win. I'm going to go with 35-21 Oklahoma Sooners.
All right, yeah.
The Oklahoma Sooners and West Virginia were in a shootout Saturday night on Fox 23. The Sooners earlier in the week called the Mountaineers fans loud and rude. Down 10-3 in the second quarter, Sooners with some trickery on the reverse. Ron Neal throws it back to quarterback Trevor Knight for the 4-yard score. Will be tied at 10. 24-17 now, West Virginia on the kickoff. Alex Ross runs it back. 100 yards for a score. He gets into the open field and he is gone, and we'll be tied at 24. And that was a big momentum changer for OU. Into the third quarter, opening drive for the Sooners. Samaje Perine scores on this run from 9 yards out. They'll put him up 31-24, and Perine has the night of his life with 242 yards and 4 touchdowns, finishing 4th in the record books for single game rushing for a freshman, as the Sooners win 45-33. Definitely practice makes perfect. I hope you guys were able to get some of that delicious looking food. I'm hungry now, but we still have the show to get through. The only other Big 12 game today was Kansas taking on Central Michigan. The Jayhawks won 24-10. Late last night, Florida State extended Jameis Winston's suspension from a half game to a full game against Clemson after they reviewed additional details surrounding his outburst in the student union earlier this week. But that didn't stop him from suiting up this afternoon. Check it out. Here's Winston actually warming up, wearing full pads during warm-up, and then check out what happened when Jimbo Fisher caught him. Fisher comes over and seems to get annoyed with Winston and sends him back to the locker room to change. And change he did. Starting on the fourth quarter here, game tied at 10 in the fourth, and Deshaun Watson on the quarterback draw scores a 2-yard touchdown to becomes it up 17-10. But Winston's backup, Sean McGuire, would come back going deep to Rashad Green for the 74-yard touchdown. And Winston will be pumped, because he wants to see the team do well, and it would go to overtime, and Carlos Williams scores the game winner on a 12-yard run. Florida State will win 23-17.
Won the toss, and they want to put their defense on the field first.
The Michigan State Spartans get ready to face off against Eastern Michigan Eagles. Michigan State gets the early lead. Still in the first quarter, Connor Cook rolls to his right, then throws back across the field to Tony Lippett for his second touchdown of the day. Nice dance. Lippett only had 3 catches on the day. 2 touchdowns off of 3 catches. Pretty good. Starting quarterback Connor Cook sits out the rest of the game, and Tyler O'Connor comes in and game throws a 33-yard touchdown to a former walk-on A.J. Troop. Delton Williams had a monster game on the ground. Williams breaks several Eagle tackles for the 7-yard touchdown. And then later on, Delton Williams will go up the middle for an 80-yard score. Eastern Michigan had a total of 20 yards rushing on 19 carries, as Michigan State gets the huge win over Eastern Michigan 73-14. Troy at Georgia. Georgia's Sony Michel goes up the middle here and is off to the races. He is taken down, though. Somehow they catch him at the 10, but only after picking up 75 yards. Clutch running there. Second quarter, Georgia's Isaiah McKenzie takes the punt. He goes to the right, then cuts back left, swerve, across the field for 52-yard punt return, plus all that, additional running for the touchdown. Man, Georgia's Hudson Mason will pump fake here and then throw to the corner where Georgia's Michael Bennett will pull down the 10-yard touchdown. Georgia runs Troy out of the water, winning 66-0. Yep, he got the touchdown, bro. Big day for Wisconsin's Melvin Gordon in the second quarter, 21-10 Wisconsin. Gordon goes right up the middle and breaks a couple of tackles on his way for the 50-yard touchdown run. The extra point, though, will be no good. Second quarter is Gordon up the middle again, this time showing both power and elusiveness as he takes it 21 yards for the touchdown. Man, oh man. 41-10 Wisconsin in the third. Gordon goes off left tackle, and this time he shows off his speed as he goes 69 yards for the touchdown. The Badgers win big, 68-17. Eighth-ranked LSU hosting Mississippi State. Bulldogs with a 24-10 lead, and on this play, it is Dax Prescott scrambling out of the pocket, and Prescott will find a wide-open Jamian Lewis. Lewis taking it the distance for a 74-yard score for the Bulldogs. Mississippi State now in complete control, up 31-10. Wow, Mississippi State looking to close this out with 1:46 remaining, but a bad snap on 2nd and 10 would allow LSU to recover and get good field position. Then the Tigers will score on this play. Brandon Harris passes to Blocky Dupre, a 30-yard play for the Tigers. That's his second touchdown of the night. LSU a touchdown away from taking the lead. Tigers will get one last chance with 5 seconds remaining, but Brandon Harris's Hail Mary is intercepted by Will Redmond at the goal line, and the Bulldogs pull off the upset on the road. They win 34-29. Welcome back, everybody. North Carolina State gave Florida State a run for their money as they chased the #1 team in the country, with Jameis Winston back at quarterback for Florida State after being suspended for last week's game. As we all know, North Carolina State's Jacoby Brissett drops back, nearly gets clotheslined, but gets away. He scrambles and somehow avoids a sack while faking it like he's going to throw it away. Then he floats it to the end zone for Jonathan Alston, who pulls it down for the touchdown. Winston here, back to pass, and he hooks up with Christian Green, who gets just inside the pylon for the 22-yard touchdown. Into the third quarter, 38-28 NC State. Winston's with time, and he hooks up with Bobo Wilson for the 15-yard touchdown. This will cut the lead to 3. Winston on play action. He finds Rashad Green for the 4-yard touchdown. Florida State wins 56-41. Now the Kansas City Royals haven't gone to the playoffs since they won Game 7 of the 1985 World Series. Today, they are playoff bound. The Royals had a chance to force a tiebreaker with a win and a Tigers loss, but the Tigers took the AL Central with their win. Royals were trailing by 2 in the 6th, but Christian Colon will get a base hit into the gap in right center. 2 runs will come around to score and will be tied at 4 apiece. And then later in the inning, Carlos Peguero will hit a base hit up through the infield. The Royals get the win and are headed to the postseason, winning 6-4. Now the Royals will take on the Oakland A's, who are looking to clinch the second wild card spot in the American League. The A's beat the Rangers 4-0 for the first time in 5 seasons. The Rangers are absolutely done. The A's will play the Royals Tuesday night in the AL wild card game. Now the Cardinals clinched the NL Central before they faced the Diamondbacks, with Pittsburgh losing to Cincinnati. The Cardinals up 1-0 in the 9th, and Carlos Martinez gets David Peralta to fly out to Thomas Pham. They'll win 1-0, and the Cardinals will celebrate on the field and also in the locker room. They'll face the Dodgers on Friday in LA. This will give the Cardinals their 2nd straight NL Central title. And check this out. Washington's Jordan Zimmerman on the mound here, looking for a no-no on his final out, and watch Steven Souza Jr. making a fantastic diving catch to get the final out of the game, making him the first pitcher in Nationals history to pitch a no-no. And right here is history. This is Derek Jeter's final at bat for the Yankees with a man on third. Jeter hits a high chopper to third for the infield single to score Ichiro Suzuki, and to give Jeter a nice standoff, the Yankees send a pinch runner in for Jeter as he gets a great ovation at Fenway. All right, you know what time it is, fans in the stands. Don't turn down for anything, and certainly don't turn that channel. We'll be right back.